Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the new Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I guess I really shouldn't say it's new because it's been out, but it's new again because it restocked and it's actually permanent. It was a limited edition for a while, but they actually made it permanent, which is really exciting. So I purchased mine off of Beautylish and I thought I would post this video now because actually Sephora is having their 20% off of VIB and VIB Rouge sale. So if you guys were thinking about picking this up, I mean, just do your research because it is a pretty expensive palette. And if you don't like it, keep your receipt. Make sure you keep your receipt because you can return makeup. So I thought that this was a great opportunity and a great time to let you guys know my thoughts about this palette. This video is going to be the first video that you guys see me using this palette. I have another video coming out where I use other shades in the palette, completely different look. But I wanted to just give all of the shades an even shot. Okay guys, so if you guys want to see how to get this look, let's go ahead and get started. Please don't forget to subscribe on your way out and give this video a thumbs up. And everything that I use in today's video will be listed down below in the description box. Okay guys, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. For today's look, we are going to be using the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna use a few different colors, and then my next video, you guys will see me use more of like different colors. And I'm just gonna like semi chit chat with you guys today. I don't want this video to be like too long. I'm just gonna fill in my brows first. I'm gonna use my Precisely My brow pencil from Benefit. This is in shade number 4. So yeah, I'm trying to like pre-film a little bit for you guys. I'm gonna be super busy the month of November, so it's just a fair warning. Anytime that I get to film, whether it be like a talk through or a voiceover, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you guys know I work at MAC and you guys know I'm a certified dental assistant, so I work in a dentist's office and I do work for MAC. So the days where I don't work for MAC, I'm gonna be in the dentist's office, and then like, you know, vice versa. So I'm gonna be a little busy bee, but that's okay because holiday is coming up and I get to spoil my friends and family with really awesome presents. So next, I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm just going to clean up underneath the brow area and then also prime the lid. Okay, so I don't know if you guys follow her, but I'm going to show you guys her makeup by Alina. She's literally like amazing. Like I don't even think that she's a real person. She does like this, like these sick ass freaking eye looks, and I'm just so jealous of how much lid space she has and how big her eyes are. But like this eye makeup though, it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. So I feel like I want to recreate a little bit of that. We're gonna go pretty up close with the eyes today. I kind of feel like I'm getting a sty, so it's probably not the best idea to be filming right now, but it's okay. Take one for the team. I don't know if I'm getting a sty, like it hurts, but I used the red eyeshadow in this eyeshadow palette, so I don't know if my eye is stained from it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I think the first color I'm going to grab from this palette is going to be this shade right here, and it's called Bermuda. It's like a really light pinky shade, which is really pretty. I'm gonna grab that on a Morphe R38 brush, and we're gonna go ahead and throw this into the crease as our transition shade. I'm gonna go pretty high with this too. If you have the room, feel free to just keep it in your crease, but like I have hooded lids, so I have to bring colors up a little bit more than I usually would just to create the illusion that I have more lid space. So this shade has pretty good amount of pigment and it's blending really nicely. I did dip back in 3 times. I'm dipping back in more just because I want to see how intense I can get it. I think I'm gonna stop right here because I don't want to be like too pink and then it look like I have like pink eye. I've just picked up a little bit more so I can like flick out the outer edge here. So the only thing that kind of like really sucks about this palette is that it doesn't have like a bone colored shade, as you could see. This white has like a pearlescent to it, so I'm not going to use that. So I'm just going to go back in with my NYX contour palette. I used the banana shade to set my lid. I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up just to blend out any harsh lines, like from the crease up to the brow bone. Everything blends seamlessly. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this red down here, right here, and it's called Panjin. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up on a MAC 217. Put this lower into the crease. I'm gonna kind of look down into the mirror so I can really get in that crease like socket. So far so good. I'm dipping it back in again, tapping off the excess and just adding it, dipping it back in, because now I'm going to go ahead and create an elongated like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back in with Bermuda one more time, that shade that we used in the transition as our transition color, excuse me, and just blend out the crease. Make sure both shades blend nicely together. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this shade right here. It's called Terra. It does have kind of like a sheen to it, a little bit of like a pearlescence. We are going to throw that on the outer corner area, right here, like in that really outer corner area. I'm pushing it in first. I feel like it looks different on the lid than it does in the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that red again. And I'm using a Morphe M506 brush, tapping off the excess and then throwing that into the outer corner even more. Just really intensify the shade. I don't really want to lose this shade or the pinkier shade. So my camera shut off for a little bit, so I went ahead and did this eye. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this dark brown shadow. This is called Igneous, right here. And I'm going to throw that in the outer corner and also up against the lash line a little bit. I'm actually going to mark it out with an angled brush first. Kind of like mapping it out as if I was doing a winged liner. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'll pick it up and start smoking it out. I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of this shade. It's called a Volcano. This one right here. And I'm going to help that blend into the red. It's a little bit more of a lighter brown shade. Then I'm going to mix Igneous and that shade together and start blending on top of it to make sure everything blends, and pack it in the outer corner. I'm mixing a Volcano and Igneous again. So I'm not throwing this shade into the crease like this. I'm trying to keep it more on that like cat eye type of shape. So I'm like pushing the product where I want it to be, and then I'm lightly diffusing the edges. I'm going to take Volcano just by itself, wipe off that brush really well, and just kind of feather this shade from the dark brown to the red to help blending. And then we're just going to pick up Igneous, that really dark brown shade, and throw it right there. Same thing, it's all about blending and adding color, blending and adding color. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Panjin again, that red shade, on my Morphe M506 brush. And we're going to go ahead and add that shade back into the crease because I don't want to lose that color. It's okay if you start to lose Terra, that other shade that we placed right here. It was only for intensifying, like intensity purposes. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Morphe R38 brush. This is the brush that we used to blend Bermuda into the crease when we first started. I'm going to pick up a little bit of Bermuda and just go right over top of everything that we did so far, just to make sure everything is blending nice and smoothly. And then I'm going to go back in with my MAC 217 brush, or no, this is a Morphe M433. Pick up more Panjin, which is that red shade, and blend it right over top so we have no harsh lines. I keep going back in with red because I don't want to lose the red, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Some on the back of my hand because we're going to go ahead and do a half cut crease. I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe M508 brush. It's a really tiny brush like this. It's perfect for cutting the crease. And I have hooded lids, so this is the technique that I do. I have other videos on this as well, so I'll link them down below. But what I do is I start with some concealer by my lash line, and then I look all the way up, and then I look down, and the concealer will start to transfer because I do have hooded lids. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow that area. I want you to be able to see the cut crease when I'm looking forward. That's why I keep looking at it. And if I feel like I have too much, I'll wipe it. I'm not cutting it down here because I want you to see that darkness. So it's okay if you get concealer on it because you could just go back in and further intensify. And make sure you do this or use your finger to tap out the edges. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap that out. And I'm going to use this shade right here. This is Atmosphere. It's the very first shade in the palette where we just cut the crease. So I did have to use a glitter glue with one of the shadows that I used in the video that you will see very soon. But it doesn't feel like the same formula, so I'm hoping that this all applies well and I don't have to go in with a glitter glue, but I do have it handy. Wow, that's really pretty. I wish it was just like a little bit lighter, but it's okay. I'm gonna go back in with my pencil brush. I'm gonna pick up Panjin and Volcano and mix them together. I'm gonna go in with this on a pencil brush to kind of define where we cut the crease. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Then I'm just gonna pick up Panjin on my brush again and put that right where the cut crease met that outer corner area. Pick up Volcano and Igneous and mix together. Go right back over here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera and then we'll go back and add some stuff. So I feel like this look needs a little bit of glitter. You could totally leave it here if you like. I'll zoom you guys in so you guys can see. So this is like the completed look for the most part. I'm going to stay on this side because I messed up this eye. I feel like I just need a little bit of glitter. I feel like this color that we cut the crease with I feel like it needs to be just a little bit lighter or it needs a little bit more something. Like if it's a little bit more glittery or something. Because I feel like it's just too in tone with the crease color and I just feel like there's no difference. So I have two products here. I have the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, which is a gold, but I also have the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Rose Gold Retro. So I need that same brush that I cut the crease with, but I'm not going to bring this all the way down. I'm going to kind of cut the crease with it again and then like fade it down. You know what I'm saying? So I have some on my brush because there's like flecks of glitter in it, so I feel like this is going to be pretty. But I want to make sure there's not a lot on my brush because I don't want to go too ham with it, you know? Even if I just put the line there of it, you know? I like talking to myself while I film. I am talking to myself. Ooh, that looks so nice. Taking a little bit more and just really carving out this inner part. Oh my god, that looks gorgeous. I'm so excited I just did that. I feel like I just need to darken up that outer corner just a little bit and then we're done. I'm gonna go over the lash band with just a little bit of liner. This is why I don't use these Stila things, because as soon as it dries, it like crumbles on your face. I feel like I just need to highlight my brow bone in my inner corner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take Fuego. This tutorial is never gonna end. They're never gonna watch me again. No, actually I'm gonna take that Galani powder because it's a little bit more like champagne-y. So this is what it looks like. The packaging is gorgeous. I do have to say, I thought it was going to be bigger. This is pretty tiny for a $129 eyeshadow palette. This is what my NYX contour kit looks like, and this is what the Natasha Denona looks like. So if you guys have it, you guys can see the difference. The NYX kit is just a little bit longer and Natasha Denona is just shorter and taller. So that's a reference for you. This palette is gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. It's a gorgeous palette. I really do like the packaging. I appreciate that the packaging is like, it's not cardboard. It's not plastic. It's kind of like a sponge material. Well, I guess you could, like, obviously this is cardboard, but it's like a spongy material. And I feel like I really like that. I feel like it would absorb most of the impact in case it fell or if it was, you know, being delivered. I feel like that would be helpful. But this is what the palette looks like. So I'm gonna actually hold it up like this, upright. I love that it comes with this. This is attached, okay? It's a clear slip, which is honestly so amazing. Which is amazing because it protects your mirror for getting super dirty, which I didn't even take the peel off. You get 15 shades. They're really, really nice. They're a variety of mattes, shimmers. You have a few like pearlescent shades. This palette does look beaten up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. There is some kickback with shades, which I don't mind at all. I'm not going to rate the palette depending on the kickback because honestly kickback doesn't bother me unless the shadow is like completely destroyed. after like 1 or 2 dips in. But these shades are absolutely gorgeous. I did actually post some swatches on my Instagram, so if you guys want to go ahead and follow me on there, I will link it down below, and then I'll actually post those pictures here as well. But they're really, really nice. I really love these shimmery shades. They're really, really beautiful. So these are some of the shades right here. I do feel like there are a few shades that need a glitter glue, but I did, in the next video that you guys will see, I did need to use a glitter glue for one of the shades because I just felt like it was just too chunky, and it was more of like a foiled type of shadow, and it was just so chunky where I wasn't getting any kind of color payoff on my lid. So I did use a glitter glue for one of the shadows. To be honest with you, I completely think you need a glitter glue. So I didn't know this before, but Natasha Denona is actually sold on Beautylish.com, and on Beautylish, if you spend over X amount of dollars, you can pay monthly until you're done paying. You know what I'm saying? So instead of like throwing down $130 for this palette, they split it up into 3 monthly payments. So that's actually what I did. So they do still ship it out to you, which I think is honestly amazing. I really do have to say I like this palette a lot. That's my very first impression. You guys need to stick around to my November faves so you guys could see if I've been loving it all month. The only thing that I could say this palette is missing is a matte black and a matte bone colored shade, or even a matte white shade. This white shade right here is a little bit more of a pearlescence, so it kind of has like a little bit of reflect in it, so it's technically not matte. So that's my only complaint. When I had to go ahead and set my lid after priming it, I did have to go in with another palette, and if you're not the type of person that needs a black in their palette, then this would be a perfect palette for you. This is definitely an investment, and I have to say you should definitely check this out. You should definitely try it. You should definitely purchase it. That's just my first impression. I know it's expensive. I'm really, really sorry. An organ is probably cheaper. But yeah, I like this palette. I think it's really, really nice. And this is the look that I created for this video. And you guys will see my next video very shortly using this palette. So if you have any requests for using this palette, more wearable looks with this palette, more dramatic looks with this palette, please let me know, because I want to get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? So I give this palette a thumbs up. I get the hype around Natasha Denona. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about this palette. And this is the makeup tutorial that I did using this palette. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I love the way my eyes came out right now. I'm not the type of person that kind of coincides their makeup with the color of their shirt, but this was kind of like a dusty mauve-y pink, and then I just got into like the reddish tones of the palette, and I was just like, gorge. So this is the completed look. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys are picking up during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale, because I don't think I'm going to buy anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.